I can't just show up and punch a clock. The nature of my business is I have to create what I do. I make the crown from scratch, so there's no pattern. Each one of them is different every day because every tooth is different. I make crowns and bridges for dentists, and if you need a crown done, the dentist will prepare your tooth for the crown. He'll take an impression and he'll write a prescription to me to make that crown. So once I have the case in hand, the first thing I have to do is take the impression and identify the tooth that's going to be made, and I mark it, and I make a model, and the model is a three-step process. This is a separator. You get that part came from there, and then that part came from there. So what you end up with is two pieces. What I do in that model process is try to create a model where I can take it apart and put it back together. When I have the model work finished, I have to take your tooth and I have to remove some of the stone and to expose that margin. The crown that we make will fit to that red line. You get it just like you want it in wax. You have your mold, your wax has been melted out of your mold. You place your mold in the back of a little swing arm casting machine, and you melt your metal, and the machine will force the metal up into the mold. And what that does is it gives you back in metal exactly what you had in wax. And once you get your coping in metal, then you have to file it down or grind it down. Then after you have your metal finished, you have two opaque stages, and then you place your porcelain on top of the opaque, and you fire all that in a porcelain furnace. Once you get your crown fired, then you can grind it and shape it into the form of the tooth that you're making. Then you put it back in the porcelain furnace one more time, and it brings out the true color of the porcelain. It's a pretty neat career to be able to work with your hands and to kind of set your own hours.